Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. If you guys have a Dodge Dart guys and you're trying to remove or replace your timing cover, let's say you guys have oil leak from the timing cover or you need to remove the timing cover to inspect your timing chain, replace timing chain, tensioner, stay with us guys, we'll explain what needs to be done to remove your timing cover. It's often a common place where a car can develop an oil leak, especially if that cover has been removed, and we'll explain what we use to seal it towards the end. So make sure guys you stay until the end. Check out the description of the video for all the tools and parts that we use in the video guys. You can find everything listed in the description of the video below. Quick introduction, we'll have more than 200 videos on this car and every car we get at the shop, because our mission is to save you guys as much money as we can. So please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Hopefully you will find the information helpful. Let's start on it now. So you're going to notice that the engine is out of the car, okay, for the timing cover. This is because guys, we'll have more than 100 videos on this engine alone. Now, you don't have to remove the engine to remove the timing cover, but being out of the vehicle, we'll be able to show with a great detail how to do things. So let's start on it now. So, what we're going to do now guys, okay, that cover right here, we need to remove the cover. It has four bushings that it attaches to. Okay, let us explain you now. Let us show you where they're located. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those bushings, they attach right here. 1, 2, okay, 3, 4 guys, right there. So, what do we need to do next? Right here. Okay, now, if the engine is in the car guys, okay, you need to remove that clamp. You need to get it loose and get it out of the air filter box. One bolt here, and over there guys, okay, we're going to have one clip. Ours is broken. It's a clip like this one, okay? So you get a clip remover too and pull it out. After that, you need to disconnect that sensor for the air intake temperature sensor, guys. Okay, that wire. And here, you need to get the clamp loose for the throttle body. Okay, a little bit more. Perfect. Grab it, pull it out. Okay, like that. Next step, we need to disconnect all of the ignition coils here, and you can see that red thing guys, okay, that's a safety feature. Just push it back, okay, push down on it and they'll come out. Okay, push down, come out. Same thing on this side. Okay, they're very gentle, so you have to be careful not to break anything. Okay, this one too. Now we need to remove the ignition coils with a 10mm socket here. Okay, don't drop your bolts guys, because it's easy to do, so be careful how you remove them. Okay, working on the last one now there. Perfect. Now you grab the ignition coils and one by one you start pulling them out. Okay, like that. And we'll just set them on the side now. Next guys, okay, a few more things to do. Right here now, okay, this is one of the holders for the valve cover on top. Remove that one. Here we have one nut with 8mm socket now guys. I got that loose so I can save you some time. We'll remove that one. This is a coolant line that goes from the, okay, from the overflow bottle, okay, right there. We'll pull that one out. Here we need to disconnect the cables from that bolt. Okay, you have one bolt right here that you need to clear, and over there guys, that hose attaches to the air filter box, so disconnect that hose as well. Now you need to get a clip remover too guys, okay, and gently, okay, you need to pull a few clips out here. Okay, this one is almost out. Perfect. One clip here, one is broken. You have one more right here, that's for the wiring harness. And one is broken on ours, right here, so we won't be able to show you on this one. If you need replacement clips, we have them. We'll have the links in the description of the video below. Remove the holes for the PCV valve. All the tools and parts guys that we use, you can find the links in the description of the video below guys for your convenience. 8mm socket guys, and we need to start getting quite a few bolts loose now for the valve cover. And that valve cover, once you remove all the bolts, it will come out. You have quite a few, guys. Okay, and right here we have one sensor for the camshaft position sensor. Disconnect this one as well, like that. Otherwise, we may not be able to remove it. Right here we have 4 more bolts on the inside by the ignition coils. Those bolts, all of the bolts stay on the valve cover unless you remove the gasket. Then they'll start coming out. Okay, now you grab it. It might be a little bit stuck if you have silicone on it. It really depends, but usually it will come out pretty easy, guys. Perfect. Okay, like that. So we can continue with the next step now. Next, the water pump, guys. In order to remove that pulley, now you need to remove, get those bolts loose while you still have the belt on. Otherwise, it will be a little bit harder to do. And we got them loose now. 16mm socket, guys, right here. And we go counterclockwise, and the belt, okay, it comes from the idle pulley because it's not long enough. So usually it comes out of the idle pulley. And we can pull it out, okay, like that. The whole belt is out. Now, we're going to remove these 3 bolts that we already got loose. And after that, we'll be ready for the next step. Okay, perfect, just like that. You can see we have some hidden bolts underneath. Now we need to remove the idle pulley right here. That idle pulley, I think it's a 13mm socket from what it seems like. So we're going to remove that one now. Okay, because it's a long bolt that goes through the timing cover. Okay, it's a little bit tight, so the impact we won't be able to do it. Okay. Those usually, guys, they can get noisy. Perfect. You can see how long the bolt is. This is a good pulley, by the way. You can see it's pretty tight, not noisy or anything like that. Now we're going to just remove that's the tensioner pulley here, but we will just remove the pulley itself. Okay, so let's see if we will be able to get it loose now. Okay, it might shoot back when it gets loose. Okay, or maybe that's a reverse threaded one. Let's see if it's actually, it may be reverse threaded because otherwise you'll get it loose every time you remove the belt. Okay, that's definitely a reverse threaded bolt, guys. That's a good thing to watch the video so you know what's happening, guys, otherwise you can damage your vehicle. So if you need to remove that pulley, that's how you remove it. Okay, perfect. This one's out too. So on the bottom side of the timing cover where the oil pan attaches, you can see you have 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts that we need to remove with 10mm socket. We got ours loose already, guys, okay? 3 of them we got loose. We're working on the 4th one now. Okay, it's a 12. Actually, the other one is bigger. It's a 12mm because it's holding the bracket for the AC compressor there. Okay, I don't think we'll be able... Oh, it got loose. You might need to use a deep socket or extension there. Okay, now this bolt, it may not go by hand. Why? Because you will have silicone stuck in the thread because the oil pan attaches to the engine block with silicone only. There is no gasket. Okay, you can see a little bit longer bolt. Perfect. We got it out. Now, we have quite a few bolts, guys, bigger bolts that we need to remove, and we're going to get them loose now, and we'll start removing the small bolts too. So 12 millimeter. So we'll actually use the big impact again, okay, for those. Since the engine is out of the car. Otherwise, guys, you have to use a wrench socket to remove those. Now, those are ready. We have 13 millimeters that we need to remove. I think those are 13 here and here. Now you have to be extremely careful how you remove the timing cover, because that cover is super easy to break. We broke so many in the past, not knowing how to do things, so you have to be extremely careful, guys. 12 millimeter socket, and we start removing more bolts now. Now we're going to switch to 10. You can develop a leak from that timing cover. That's silicone there, and it's super easy to develop a leak. Okay, perfect. Now, right here we have cables attached, so we need to use a clip remover too to get it out. If you want to buy one, you can check where we have it. You have one guide right here, one over there, guys. Spray those, okay, with penetrating spray. Okay, that way it will come out a little bit easier. Okay, because those guides could rust there, and if you're not careful, guys, you can cause some damage. It's important now to start, okay, removing it, okay, and apply small amount of pressure. Don't go too crazy about it. Why? Because otherwise, okay, you can crack it. Get a screwdriver, tap on it a little bit. Okay, and let's see where we have a spot that we can actually separate the timing cover, okay, from the engine block. So, okay, it came loose on this side. Now we have a place right here, it's underneath the AC compressor, so I don't know if we'll be able to pry. Yep, we did pry there as well. So now you grab it and gently pull it out. You have silicone on the bottom for the open. You have silicone on top, that's sealant, okay, and get the timing cover out of the way. You can see the engine now better as well. Now the timing cover, guys, okay, when you're ready to install that thing, okay, you have to clean all the silicone. Okay, we use a scraper here. You can check the link in the description of the video below, guys, where we got our scraper from. Really good deal. And you need to clean everything here on the cover. You have to reseal the whole cover, so all the old silicone needs to go. Okay, remove it completely. And also you will need to clean the engine block as well. Now you have to be careful not to drop things in the oil pan, so cover your oil pan there, because otherwise all that will fall in the oil pan. Okay, you can see, you just start scraping it and everything comes off. Clean it. Okay, usually we use a brake cleaner to clean everything to make sure it's not greasy, and that's a silicone sealant that we use. This is one of the best ones that we used in the past, guys. Maximum Torque gasket maker. You apply a thin rim around it and you seal it together. Pretty simple, guys. If you want to see a video how to do that, we have a video that explains how to reseal timing cover, so check it out. Hopefully, guys, the video will be helpful to any of you, okay, doing that kind of repair. So that's how you guys remove the timing cover, that's how you replace it, that's what needs to be done. Thank you guys for watching, please subscribe to the channel for more videos, and see you guys next time.